The Green Mile is a 1999 American film. The story begins with elderly Paul becoming visibly agitated while watching the film at a nursing home, prompting concern from his friend Elaine. He then recounts how the film reminded him of his time in the death row wing at Cold Mountain Penitentiary. In 1935, Paul oversees prison guards supervising several death row inmates. One day, he takes charge of John Coffey, a large but gentle African-American prisoner. John was sentenced to death for the rape and murder of two young white girls. He is held alongside two other condemned criminals. Among the guards was Percy, nephew to the governor's wife, who frequently exploited his connections to act with impunity. John miraculously cured Paul's arthritis and even resurrected another inmate's beloved pet, Mr. Ding Dong. Paul gradually realized John possessed supernatural healing powers and began doubting the man's guilt. Meanwhile, the guards must also contend with the newly arrived, unruly prisoner Mad Billy. Bossy intends to resign from the prison and accept a well-paid position at a mental hospital. Paul allows him to oversee the execution to rid themselves of this troublesome individual. During the execution, Bossy takes personal revenge by failing to follow procedure and soak the conductive sponge, causing the condemned man to die in even greater agony. John also senses his suffering within the cell. Paul and the other guards punish Percy by binding him and gagging him, forcing him to spend the night in solitary confinement. While Percy is locked up, Paul and the others secretly smuggle John out of the prison. They attempt to use his powers to cure Warden Morse's wife, Merendale, of her brain tumor, thereby saving her life. Shortly afterwards, Paul learned that Mad Billy was the true perpetrator who had raped and murdered the two young girls. Distraught over executing the innocent John, Paul proposed releasing him. John told Paul that execution could be considered an act of mercy, for he believed the world to be a cruel place, tormented by the suffering inflicted upon one another. He made this his final request. On the night of the execution, John, afraid of the dark, begged not to have a hood placed over his head. Paul and the other prison guards, holding back tears, witnessed John's execution in the electric chair. Returning to the present, Paul tells Elaine that John's execution was the last, carried out by him, and Old Boo both subsequently resigned from the prison to work at a juvenile reformatory. Thanks to John's influence, Paul and Mr. Ding Dong were granted extraordinary longevity. Finally, Paul attended Elaine's funeral, contemplating how much longer he himself, already prepared to meet death, might yet live. Hope you enjoy our movie sharing. If you like our YouTube channel, remember to like, comment, and share. And most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hilarious Moments.